Hey everyone! Today I've got an exceptional video for you today, where I made an excessively complicated egg drop with an overly engineered drone mount. This mount was actually surprisingly annoying to get working, as there wasn't really anything that could be attached to the drone and a 3D print very well. As a result, I ended up connecting it to the battery and using a rubber band to hold it in place. And in order to launch anything from it, there's a wire on the bottom that will allow you to attach another item to it, and when the drone moves back, it will cause a tilt, which causes the item to fall. It actually worked very well, and I attached a string to a ball and dropped a ball, and I even caught it once. Though not that one. This one though.
Nice to do.
Okay. Oh, and I also had some fun dropping some other things.
Okay, oh.
Oh, and yes, this definitely wasn't the first iteration of the design. Yeah, there was a few. As for the egg drop, I ended up designing a case with a very long screw and printing it in flexible filament. The lid also had 4 holes sticking out in order for the wire to attach, and that allowed it to be released from the drone. Ironically, this case is very satisfying to squeeze. Like, really satisfying. Also, yeah, no wonder it works as a great container. My initial plan to safeguard the egg involved using oobleck, which worked like a charm when dropped from a deck. Drop it. However, it weighed the drone like an anchor, thwarting my grand plans. So, undeterred, I hatched a new strategy, which was designing something that would go inside it and maybe protect the egg. But I ended up scrapping this idea pretty quickly since the print just wouldn't print correctly with the flexible filaments. As a result, I ended up trying some padding, which made it possible for the egg to be lifted by the drone, but didn't protect the egg very well. Like, at all. And this wasn't even close to the 120 meters I wanted to launch it from. So next, I tried popcorn as padding. Yep, that did not work either. Oh, it's coming. It's coming. Popcorn. Then I tried styrofoam, which again didn't work.
I can see it.
The egg did not live. At this point, I figured in order to get the egg to survive from the target height, I would need a parachute. And I would just leave the styrofoam as extra padding. So, first I made a very primitive version of a parachute using a napkin attached to some strings. Surprisingly, despite the strings getting tangled, it was actually slowing it down, or at least appeared to be. I actually wasn't testing it with the egg, as I figured it would probably break, but I figured that this concept proved that it would probably work with a better parachute.
Oh, it came.
Dang it, I don't see it.
Hey, that was pretty close.
That was good. As a result, I ended up deciding to try a tinfoil parachute. Yeah, that did not work at all, and sure enough, I nearly managed to hit myself. Luckily, I didn't. So after that, I ended up stumbling across a grocery bag and figured that would be pretty perfect. The issue was when I attached it to the container, it would hang underneath the container, which, when attached to the drone, would try to pull the drone in the opposite direction, in this case down, and even when it was going up, it also caused the drone to kind of tilt a little bit and pull in one direction, making it very hard to move if there was any wind.
Wow, I think
The drone was still able to go up, slightly, but only barely, and definitely not with any added weight, which in this case, an egg. I still decided to test it with that one, and when I got it high enough to launch, it actually did work pretty well, and it glided down at a slow enough rate that I figured it would prevent the egg from breaking, even with the added weight. I just need to figure out how to prevent the drag caused on the way up. I first tried tucking the bag over the container, which I had hoped would cause the parachute to activate when falling due to the air pressing up into the parachute. But nope. Instead, the egg just broke, because yeah, I decided to actually put the egg in there. From there, I realized I could directly attach the parachute to the drone by cutting a hole in the top and putting a wire there. The first two attempts didn't work as the wire wasn't on good enough, but hey, I gotta see it actually do a flip. Like, look at this shot. It looks actually pretty cool, especially when slowed down.
Getting it ready for slow-mo, so tell me
Oh.
But anyways, after a little bit more tweaking, I did end up eventually getting this to work. At this point, I was ready to test it with the egg at the intended height. So I went a little ways away and got it up and launched it. And actually did 4 launches, so here they all are.
Memories die out too hard. But we were traveling mountains just to find the loudest tease. We set down by the fire, knowing we could aim higher, but we didn't know that yet. So if you want something to hold on to, gotta find it first. But here I am, 'cause I've been laying under palm trees, waiting for the summer, knowing there's nowhere to go. 'Cause I am happy on this island, wanna be my farmland. I don't ever want to leave, I'm in a tropic club.
Stop awakening. Perfectly happy.
I remember the ocean if you want something to hold on to, gotta find it first. But here
Stop it,
I
it.
am, 'cause I've been laying under palm trees waiting for the
Oh.
summer, knowing there's nowhere to
The
go.
bag came off.
'Cause I am happy all the time, won't be my farmland. I don't ever want to leave. I'm
Yes.
in a tropic club.
Egg lift. That is a survived egg. Okay, so we got the egg drop actually working. Huge thanks for joining me on this journey, and I hope to see you again in the future. Yeah, ignore the fact that there is a secret little drone up there. If I point, do. Right up there somewhere.